Hey guys, what's going on? I'm going to give you guys some installation tips for a power pole on a 2009 Bass Tracker Pro Team 175 TXW. We installed the Sportsman II. It's an 8-foot model, matte black finish, looks really good against the red there on the boat. I'm going to show you guys how we mounted that to the transom, then we'll go over the pump and the different switches I have on the boat. Alright guys, you can see we used a bracket. We were just going to use 4 bolts and mount that directly to the transom, but the more we looked, we found a bracket that would work with this boat and motor. But the deal is with that bracket, if you use that bracket, okay, it's a warranty void from Mercury. So now that that bracket is on my boat, the factory warranty is now void. But with me, my motor was already out of warranty, so it was no big deal. So for you guys having a new motor, definitely look into that. But like I said, from my understanding, it's a warranty void to use that bracket. Only reason being is because, you know, there's so many different brackets out there, and Mercury obviously cannot test every bracket. So they only allow you to use, you know, a few different ones. So this was not one of them, but you know, it's more of a liability issue. The bracket works just fine, holds up just fine. Show it to you guys again. Just 4 bolts mount the pole to the bracket, and here's the bracket here. It's 2 pieces. It's using the stock bolts that came with the boat, or through the transom to the motor. They're long enough to accept the plate here, or the bracket. One here, one here. Then on this side is just a spacer. Small spacer here again, the original 2 bolts. So we had to take off the motor, you know, clean up the transom, re-caulk it, and then slide the bracket between the motor and the transom. But it did turn out really good, really clean. If you guys are looking for a shop, Sparta Marine, definitely check him out. I'll put all his info in the description below. I'll put it down for you guys real fast. He give you a lanyard. 2 clicks puts it down. 2 clicks puts it up. And then you can just bump it down, just pushing the button there one time. It just moves a little bit at a time. That's what I got to do to get that in my garage because it's too tall. Then once you're in, just put it back up. That is the 8-foot Sportsman II. Alright guys, from previous videos you might remember both my batteries were facing this way, but I also added this charger. It's a Minn Kota MK210D 2-bank charger. A really nice charger. You can leave it plugged in 24/7. You know, after the batteries are charged, it just maintains the charge, so definitely good for your batteries. But to get that to fit, we had to put this battery going that way. And we got the pump tucked in back here. So you guys can see that. It's right there. And the base of the bracket that holds the pump, the holes were on the bottom, and Thomas drilled them in the back of the plate, so it's now mounted to that wall. Nice clean looking install. And the hoses come directly from the pole there, go right through there, straight shot to the pump. You guys can see the blue line, the black line there. Nice clean install. Now if you did have a 24-volt system, we were thinking you could just get a double plate there to hold 2 batteries up front here. Leave your cranking battery here, but your charger would have to go back here. Which it could be done, it'd be a lot of work, but you could probably run a 24-volt system, have your charger and 1 pole in here with no issues. It would be a tight squeeze, but I do believe it could get done. And I really don't need a 24-volt system, really only need it for 1 lake, but I haven't even been there yet this year, so really it's no issue for me. My 12-volt does just fine for the lakes that I fish. I would like to get 1 more pump in here and have 2 poles, but it would be a tight fit to fit another pump. Have to play that one by ear, but like I said, this pole here holds just fine, and you really don't spin around. You know, as long as the wind is facing or blowing towards the back of the boat, you don't spin at all. But it holds great, and you really only spin if you're trying to face the wind, you know, and you got the pole down. It will spin you then, but I can just stay on my trolling motor and keep myself straight. But for the most part, it holds great. No issues at all there. So I got 3 different switches to control the pole. Let me go ahead and show you guys where I mounted those at. Alright guys, we got the lanyard I showed you guys earlier. It also came with a dash switch here. There's 2 holes there. You can mount that to your dash. Now I couldn't find a flat spot on my dash to mount that, so I just used Velcro and I put it right here. We got up, down. You can see it's got speeds as well. You can see that light flash, and it's slow. A little bit faster, a little bit faster. You control 2 poles. Like I said, you got up, down. So it's just Velcro, so I can take that off, put it in my pocket, or I can just leave it right there. And I also got the foot switches up front here. Just got one on either side of the foot pedal. We got up on the left and down on the right. I wanted them separate, that way I didn't step on one on accident. And you know, most of the time I just use the one around my neck. But it's nice to have those. If you're fighting a big fish, you want your pole down, you don't have to take your hand off the reel. So hopefully those tips helped you guys out. Definitely check them out, guys. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video, and we'll talk to you soon.